Hey everybody, Sam Kavaris in the Nimnik Buick Sports Update. So Peter Bragan Sr. dies last weekend at age 89. It was a short illness in the hospital. He'd been in and out of the hospital. He'd been failing health for quite a while. And still was a shock, obviously. And I talked to Pedro and he said, look, I expected to bring him home on Monday. But obviously none of us are going to live forever. And Mr. Bragan was remembered this past week not only for what he did for baseball in Jacksonville and reviving the franchise when he bought it from the Eliopoulos, but also for how he treated people, the customer service that they have, how he talked to everybody. I said many times he treated me like a son, but hey, he treated everybody like a son, treated everybody like family. He always asked how you were doing, how your family was, and he always thanked you for coming, and you just don't get that kind of service everywhere. Mr. Bragan was buried in Elmwood Cemetery in Birmingham on Thursday, which is the same place where Bear Bryant and many of the other Bragans are buried as well. Pedro at his memorial service said, I'd be remiss, and Daddy would be mad at me if I didn't say the Sons are home for 3 dates, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And while that got a big laugh, it did get me thinking, what's the best way to pay tribute to Mr. Bragan, who provided such an opportunity for all of us to have some family entertainment and really enjoy ourselves at the great American pastime? Go to a game. It's pretty simple. I mean, he would have liked that best, not just from the economic standpoint and the benefit for his family, but the fact that people would go to the game and share that with their sons and their daughters and their spouses and the people around. I just think that that is such a fitting tribute. So the Sons, in fact, will be back in town next week for 19 of the next 24 dates. So it's a great time to go out to the ballpark. And hopefully they will do some sort of permanent tribute to Mr. Bragan. I like calling it Bragan Field at the baseball grounds at Jacksonville. I think that that would be just right, just the right touch. He never wanted to be treated very special, but he certainly was a special and important guy. And so many of us who knew him well will obviously miss him. It was announced on Thursday that the tickets to the Carrier Classic, which comes up on November the 10th, will cost between $1,000 and $50,000. There's only 8,000 of them available, and a lot of moving parts there because you can't sell tickets because it's a military base, so they're selling sponsorships. You get 2 tickets to the game, 6 tickets to the Jaguar game, of which then you'll be asked to give 4 up to the military, 3,000 of those people who will end up at the basketball game. Hey, it's a city event. It's going to put the city on the map. Hopefully they'll bring the Bush here as the carrier and put it on there because hopefully the Bush will make Jacksonville its permanent home sometime in the very near future. It seems silly to me that all of our carriers on the East Coast are in a strategically inferior place like Norfolk. But nonetheless, Jacksonville and Mayport would certainly offer a better strategic opportunity, particularly when it comes to the Panama Canal, the South Atlantic, or to South America. Nonetheless, that's a whole other issue. But at the same time, this is going to be a great event to put Jacksonville and Mayport on the map. And the city will support it. It'll sell out pretty quickly. Tickets go on sale on Monday. And you might have seen Maurice Jones-Drew in ESPN the magazine. It's pretty obvious if you look at him in that body issue, which celebrates the bodies of great athletes around the world here for the last couple of years. He's been working out. You know, he's not sitting on the couch eating a bunch of Cheetos. That doesn't mean he's going to show up for camp, which comes up the 27th, which is only 10 days away, 2 weeks away. So there's nobody who talks to me who's on his side. He's got 2 years left on his deal. He's supposed to make over $9 million over those 2 years. Yes, he was the leading rusher in the league, but it was on a 5-11 team. So show up, new owner, new coach, new attitude. Everybody's all excited. Just show up and play, and the Jaguars and Shad Khan will take care of you. That's the kind of people they certainly seem to be. Should be a lot of fun as we get a little bit closer here to training camp. I'm Sam Kavaris, and that's the Nimnik Buick Sports Update.